have left an undeniable mark on our hearts and history.
George Bush has always been a piece of war criminal frat boy.
Now watch this drive.
But I guess over time he's starting to grow a conscience because he and his mother, Barbara Bush, were both vocal opponents of Trump taking over the Republican Party, which makes it all the more ironic that Melania was chosen, I suppose, I don't know how she got this job, to honor Barbara Bush with the stamp. An honor that George W. refused to be there for, and Barbara Bush probably never would have wanted. If you enjoy this kind of coverage that MAGA hates, consider joining Really American by subscribing. It's free, and you can help us get to 1 million. Thank you if you have already.
Thank you.
Now, while I'm sure Barbara Bush would have loved to be on a stamp, I don't think she would have wanted Melania, wife of Donald Trump, to be the one to honor her, seeing as towards the end of her life, she didn't even really consider herself a Republican anymore, and she definitely wasn't a fan of Dumpy Dawn.
Mrs. Bush, you've been involved in a lot of campaigns.
Too many.
Yeah. But as you watch this, what's changed? What's different? Has something happened in our politics?
Well, I don't know. He's like a comedian or like a showman or something.
Donald Trump.
Yes. And it's just the whole thing is not working with Congress, not working with... That's the way things get done in this country, truthfully.
Politics has always been a contact sport. You know, that's always been the case, but our culture's different now.
That's right.
I mean, I don't think a president would ever have shouted profanities in a speech in front of thousands of people with kids in the crowd.
Who did that?
Your buddy. He does it all the time. I mean, that's different because our culture's different. That would have never been acceptable in the age of Reagan or my dad.
Donald Trump is the Republican frontrunner. He's called Mexicans rapists.
Well, what about women?
How he's treated women.
Yes. I mean, unbelievable. I don't know how women can vote for someone who said what he said about Megyn Kelly. It's terrible. And we knew what he meant, too. He wasn't. Don't you get in his firing line. And money doesn't buy everything. It's accomplishments and what you're doing and giving, and it's incomprehensible to me.
I mean, it's almost it's like a breath of fresh air hearing a Republican with some freaking sense. Back when they still had their heads on their shoulders and respecting women wasn't considered a fringe, extremist, radical left position. Melania, for her part, was probably roped into doing this event. I mean, we all know that she isn't a fan of doing White House events.
Who gives a about Christmas stuff and decoration, but I need to do it, right?
If she feels that way about the most festive time of the year, how does she feel about honoring somebody who didn't like her husband? And the Bushes were not about to play nice. Here's the headline from the Daily Beast. Melania hit with ultimate snub for White House ceremony. Her East Room event will honor First Lady Barbara Bush, but one big name won't be there. Former President George W. Bush is not expected to attend a Thursday event at the White House East Room for the unveiling of a U.S. Postal Service stamp dedicated to his late mother. In a 2021 event, Bush lamented that so much of our politics has become a naked appeal to anger, fear, and resentment. Trump appeared to take those comments as a dig towards him, later saying in a statement that Bush led a failed and uninspiring presidency, and that he shouldn't be lecturing anybody. Trump also had a back and forth with Barbara. In a 2019 book, Barbara called Trump a symbol of greed. The book also revealed that months before she died in 2018, Barbara said she no longer considered herself a Republican despite having one of the party's most recognizable faces. "I've heard that she was nasty to me, but she should be. Look what I did to her sons," Trump said in 2019, referring to former Florida Governor Jeb Bush. "Look, she's the mother of somebody I competed against. Most people thought he was going to win, and he was quickly out. I hit him very hard in South Carolina." But it seems like the Bushes ended up getting the last laugh as Melania was forced to unveil the Barbara Bush stamp without George Bush present.
As we honor the life and legacy of your mother, First Lady Barbara Bush. Barbara's unwavering conviction, dignity, and deeply loyal to her loved ones have left an undeniable mark on our hearts and history. Barbara Bush's iconic commencement address at Wellesley College in 1990 remains an important moment in the conversation surrounding women's role in society. Her message, which emphasized the importance of family and personal integrity, encouraged women to carve their own paths in life. Mrs. Bush exclaimed, "Your success as a family, our success as a society, depends not on what happens in the White House, but on what happens inside your house." The First Lady further inspired the audience by highlighting the importance of pursuing personal dreams, stating, "The winner of the hoop race will be the first to realize her dream, not society dreams, her own personal dream. Who knows? Somewhere out in this audience may even be someone who will one day follow in my footsteps and preside over the White House, and I wish him well." Over 35 years have passed since Barbara Bush made a call for a female American president, a reflection of her forward-thinking vision. As a devoted mother and one of only 2 First Ladies who has son also ascended to the presidency, she embodied the complex interplay of ambition and identity that defies us all. Mrs. Bush's legacy is marked by her respect for tradition while also breaking with convention. While she is known for championing literacy, she also supported women's empowerment, changed the national conversation on AIDS, and took a stance supporting gay rights. I applaud Mrs. Bush's mark defending our society's vital need for women across all avenues, whether CEO or homemaker. We have, can, and will build better families and run innovative businesses at the same time, ultimately shaping a brighter future. The unveiling of this commemorative stamp honors Barbara Bush's contributions as First Lady and her enduring impact on our nation. May this tribute inspire us to lead with compassion, act with strength, and uphold the values that direct us toward meaningful existence. Thank you.
Wow, she stumbled her way through that one, didn't she? And that was actually pretty well written. I wonder who she plagiarized it from. I hear now she's trying to eat Michelle Obama's lunch, quite literally, by doing a healthy kids lunch thing. I swear some staffer is just whispering ideas in her ear, and she's like, yeah, okay, I'll go for that. This whole administration is just whiplash between hilarious incompetency and abject horror. I'm Tony Hinderman with Really American, and I'll catch you next time.